Всем привет! Вы на канале Кукуруза, и сегодня мы окунемся в латиноамериканскую культуру, попробуем национальную кухню в компании с нашим очаровательным колумбийцем Маурицио. Мы посетим ресторан Amigos на Рубинштейна 25, и Маурицио оценит местную кухню. Hi Maurizio.
Hi Vika.
Today we came to the restaurant of Latin American cuisine, and I'd like to try something from this food, and I want you to say if it's really how you cook there or it's something wrong. And what do you suggest to take?
Okay, so Latin American cuisine is very complex. It has a lot of different cuisines. I think the most traditional and most representative of Latin America is the Mexican food. It's very known around the world, and I found myself the most tasty, the nachos. So I would suggest trying nachos.
Nachos, yes, we know, and in Russia we eat nachos, usually when we go to the cinema. So yes, let's try them.
Perfect.
And while we are waiting for our nachos, I just want you to tell me some interesting things about your country, about Colombia, because I don't know a lot, and maybe you can tell me something.
Okay, so Colombia is a very diverse country. We are a developing country. If you see them in the eyes of Europe and American and developed countries, we are still developing ourselves. Our economy is based most on natural resources and agriculture. We have access. Colombia is in the top of Latin America, of South America, sorry, is in the top. We have access to the Pacific Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean, so we have like two main coasts of Colombia. The capital of Colombia is Bogota, which is kind of a big city for a small country. It's about 8 to 9 million people living in the city. We have a lot of different cultures and diversities depending on the place where you live. But the thing that characterizes a lot Colombian and my country's people are that they are normally very happy. They are friendly people. They are nice to each other. And we have from African American looking guys to European looking girls because of our history involves all of the countries. Yeah, if you want to know more, just tell me.
It's interesting. And what do you think about Russian people and Colombian people? What is the difference between their behavior maybe, or how they talk to people?
Okay, no. Russian culture is very different from Colombian culture. The most notorious difference is how you interact with the other person. We Colombians and mainly Latin people are very friendly. We like hugging. We like dancing in partners. We like we don't make much big deal about it. And you Russian are a little bit more respectful about space. They don't like talking very loud. They just a little bit more passive. Colombian people are very loud, very sometimes excessively happy. They just shout and do stuff. Yes. What else? I don't speak Russian, so I can't tell you the topics that Russian people talk about. But yeah, we are very proud of our music, so we like a lot to hear the music, to dance to our music, and I think we have made the world know us now more for our music than from other things that I think.
That's true. That's true. Dancing is something incredible, because when you hear this music, you just cannot sit and do nothing. You want to move, you want to dance, and yes, I like this about this. Ну вот, нам уже принесли еду, и сейчас время попробовать. На самом деле это выглядит просто безумно аппетитно. Я уверена, что и по вкусу это ничем не хуже. So how do you think it looks like?
It looks very tasty. It has a lot of jalapenos, which makes a little bit spicy. I'm not very good with spicy food, but it looks very good.
Yeah, me too. Okay, let's try.
Let's try it.
So, how to eat it?
Okay, it's a little bit difficult. I think the easiest way is just to grab something and put it on your plate, and then you should try it. Each nachos you should have like a lot of food, not only the nacho itself. So yeah, just you'll get dirty and it won't matter.
Okay, let's get dirty. Why did you come to Russia? What was the reason? Why Russia? Because there are a lot of countries, and I know that in the world there are a lot of stereotypes about Russia. And why? Why Russia?
Okay, so why Russia? I wanted something very different. I've had the opportunity to visit various time United States and Europe, and I wanted to see another culture, a completely different culture, in my opinion. So I decided Russia. I came here to Russia and I was quite impressed. I think St. Petersburg is an amazing city with, I've heard from Russian people that it's the most European city of Russia, but I think it's very nice. A lot of the stereotypes that Colombian people have of Russia are actually quite true, I think. You heard that you hear in Colombia that Russian girls are very beautiful. I agree, they're very beautiful. The race is very different from Colombia. You're normally very white and black or blonde hair. Another stereotype that is not that nice is that old people in Russia are quite mad.
Yes,
I think that's true.
Really?
Yeah, but not because they are actually mad, it's because they don't speak another language, so we can't understand them and they don't understand us, so it's just, and they get really pissed really often. So yeah, like with my friends we just call them, there's this old lady that always like is mad at us, so we just called her the babushka, and she's always pissed at us. But yeah, I think that the tolerance of Russian old people to other people that doesn't speak the same language is quite little, so they get really angry really fast. Yeah, so the main reason I want to come to Russia is to experience a different culture, a different country, and try to survive it without even speaking the language.
Знаете, одна была проблема наложить, вторая проблема съесть. Я начну с чего-нибудь полегче. Это перец, да, острый? Actually, this is the first time when I eat nachos like this. Because like usually...
What about nachos in the packet?
Yeah, it's like I ate nachos like chips without this on them.
Not even with melted cheese? Okay. Yeah, you can eat them like that, but...
Just dry nachos. So, how did you find these nachos and just this place at all? Like music, the design?
Perfect. So, the nachos, I think it was quite good. It's very traditional to have jalapenos in the nachos. The things you find really spicy, it is quite good. The place is really Mexican. Like you can see the cactus, you can see the pictures. They're very Mexican. But they put some Latin music. They put some Shakira, who is from Colombia, and it's quite nice. But yeah, the place is quite Mexican, and well, the nachos that are very traditional from Mexico, and yeah, we all in Latin America we all eat them because they're very tasty. They were quite good, I think.
So the taste was really like from...
Yeah, normally, like if you go to traditional places in Mexico, they are a lot spicier because they are very resistant to spicy food. But for me, it was perfect. Like the taste was very good.
Now I just want to ask you about some Russian stereotypes. If when you came here, if they are true or no. And the first is, is it true that Russian people are extremely cold?
What do you mean extremely cold?
When you just meet them, they don't want to talk to you.
Okay, no. I think that this isn't true because the barrier, the reason why people think that it's like that is because not much Russian people speak English. I think not even young people, not all young people speak English. So, and it's very rare to be from another country and speak Russian. So, if you don't have a way to communicate easily, it's very often to think that the other culture is cold, but I think it's not because of the culture. I think it's because we can't communicate easily because we don't share a language in common. That's why.
That's true that it's just a stereotype. And the second, is it true that, you know, a lot of people think when you go to Russia there are a lot of gopniks and, you know,
what?
Gopnik, it's like people who just, like, you know, Adidas, they will steal your money.
Oh, okay.
Like a lot of crimes, a lot of...
Okay.
Is
No,
it true?
for me it's completely not true. I haven't had one problem with security in Russia. Well, I can't compare that well because, well, in my country you still have security problems, but I think that it's completely safe. I travel, I don't know if it's because we are in a big city and St. Petersburg it's quite secure, but I went to St. Petersburg, to Murmansk and to Moscow in Russia and some cities around St. Petersburg, and I think it's quite safe. Like, I don't feel unsecure in this.
The next one, is it true that all Russian people drink vodka?
Well, I thought it until I met you. But yeah, for me, all Russian people drink vodka. And right now, you're the first person I've met that don't like vodka.
Wow, okay. So, Maurice, do you know Russian?
No, I don't know Russian. I just started studying it on September when I arrived here. And yeah, I have like 2 or 3 months of this.
Okay, but now we have a little task for you. We prepared a text in Russian and we want you to read it.
Okay.
You can try.
Okay. Знаешь ли ты доль ночных город за ворсиком не шалея ног. Сердце его тепер в твоих руках.
Знаешь ли ты, вдоль ночных дорог шла босиком, не жалея ног, сердце его теперь в твоих руках, не потеряй его и не сломай.
So thank you for the evening. It was really interesting to talk to you, to know some more about your country, about what you think about Russia. And by the way, it was extremely delicious. I liked it so much.
Okay, with pleasure. I hope that you can get to know a little bit more about our country and our culture. It's very nice.
It would be cool to come there.
Of course, we will welcome you.
Cool, супер. А также мы выражаем огромную благодарность Uter Forces за помощь в создании этого видео. Спасибо, что провели это время с нами. Ставьте лайки и обязательно подписывайтесь, чтобы не пропустить наше следующее гастрономическое путешествие в Италию. Всем пока!